celebrations could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Utah Utes taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Old Dominion Monarchs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Utes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Old Dominion's offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well.
He's going to take a shot right away. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Lee takes to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He wants to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
To the air on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Sawyer. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Utah's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is a guy who is very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long-yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David, no doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing. You saw it on that last play. He does not have time to set his feet, survey the field, and make an accurate throw.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Lee to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, ODU!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gets it out fast. Tackled there by the defense.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Gets it out quickly. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That's reeled in. It's Sawyer. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, the offense takes advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Fakes a connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way. Handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Lockett. Tosses it incomplete.
It's safe to say this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field. And look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying. Making plays. They are a tough unit.
And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject look.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the sack all the way back into the 5.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Utes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Lee takes to the air. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off. Very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Makes his connection. Touchdown, ODU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. To throw, it's Lockett. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Utes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense set for a first down play. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Off the play fake on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Utes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped him.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Afterburners coming. Past the 10. Touchdown, Monarchs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Lead a throw. Using the quick game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They move the tight end all over. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. using his legs to buy some time. The throw. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, you got to lock in.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense might bring the house here. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Lee takes to the air. Getting some heat. He's right on target. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. Steps away to find some room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, ODU. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Lee to throw. Fires to the wideout. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great and throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lee takes to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Escapes the sack. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. this guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Complete downfield. Racing down the left side. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Movement here from the tight end. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Utes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets it past the marker. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lee to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes.
Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less play.
Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, ODU! And the pummeling has started.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Utah, 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They move the tight end all over. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, that quarterback is really lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted. You should never throw the ball back across your body. I think because of the pressure, he felt like he had to do something quickly with the football, but that was almost a very bad play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They'll put the tight end in motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Past the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after it. He's got it down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. A 3rd and long coming up here. Pass takes him still on his feet. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Movement here from the tight end. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the stomping has commenced. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to grow.
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They move the tight end all over. Touchdown, ODU! And the beatdown has ensued. Teams a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Slings it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. He wants to throw here on second down. He's taking a deep shot. What a snag by the defense. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA